Hello everybody, Big Biddy back again with another video, and I hope everyone had a fantastic Christmas and a great New Year. And today, as you can tell, I'm not in the van. I'm actually in my craft room, office, whatever you want to call it. And the reason I'm here is because the van's actually in the garage, getting some maintenance done to it. Had a few niggling issues, and I thought I want to get them sorted. So I thought, what better time than now to do a video on van maintenance. A few people have been asking for it. I've not done one before. I didn't think I really needed to, but some people have asked for it, so I'm going to do it. So it's gonna vary drastically depending on what van you got, how old your van is, how lucky you are, how much maintenance you will need to have done on your van per year. If we look at me, for an example, first year I had the van, which was 2 years ago. Thing is, it only had 36,000 on the clock. I thought fantastic, low mileage for a van, for any vehicle really. It will be reliable. It's not going to need much doing to it. I was wrong. The reliability on my van has been terrible. I will be honest. I've got a Ford Transit long wheelbase, 2016. It's a L3 H3 for people that know what I'm on about. So. And I've actually been very disappointed with the quality of the van in regards to reliability. It's not been reliable at all. I had problems literally from day one from it with the oil, the diesel sensor. That kept messing up, had to get that changed. Same year, at the end of 2019, yeah, it was about October, it needed a new clutch, which isn't cheap. So, the clutch was like £1,300. All the other little naggling, I keep saying naggling today, niggling little issues, like £500. So you're looking at about £2,000 that first year, which I really wasn't expecting to pay, but that's just the luck of the draw sometimes. You might go get a van the same age, you don't have to spend a penny on it the first year. Last year, I had the van, needed a new catalytic converter because that got screwed out, and it needed a new power steering unit. Now both of those are not cheap, so I probably spent about 2,500 last year on maintenance on my van. Bear in mind, I have been paying out for some very big jobs. These things shouldn't need changing again for another, which I'm on about 95,000 miles on my van. Maybe a bit more, maybe up to 100. Haven't checked actually recently. So you can see the sort of mileage I'm doing, but at the same time, I shouldn't have had to replace those things already. So I've been very unlucky, and like I said, the reliability on that van is not great. You might get a van and not have to touch it for 2 years. But I would say, if you're to be on the safe side, put yourself £2,000 to £2,500 aside for things like new tyres, any big maintenance jobs that need doing. Just general wear and tear. Your van is going to need upkeep. It's the most important thing you have, because it's literally the only asset you have that makes you money. So you really need to take care of it. And I would say, as soon as an issue pops up, be it a warning light or you can hear a knocking. So mine's actually in for track rod ends. Track rod ends, oil change, and there's a slight squeak in the steering. So I think the new power steering unit that's been put in might need a new pump now. But that's how it goes. So as soon as you hear those things, get it fixed, get it sorted, keep the van in good nick, and it will look after you. I've kept mine in good nick, and it has looked after me, but at the same time, it's needed a lot of things changing. But I've gone sorted, so I shouldn't I say this, touch wood, I shouldn't have to do anything on the van this year after today, apart from maybe, I think it might need a couple of new tyres at some point, because they're starting to get a bit low. So, to answer the question, how much should you have set aside for maintenance? How much is it going to cost you to keep the van on the road? Just for the maintenance, I'd say put aside around £2,000. Hopefully you will not need to spend it. But if it's there, then you can get the van repaired. I think a lot of people struggle because they don't put the money aside when they've got it. They spend it straight away and they think, oh, when the van fucks out, I'll just get it repaired with the money I've got then. They get to that point and they get hit with a bill that's like £1,500, and they're like, oh shit, I don't have the money in the bank account. That's when people start to struggle, and a lot of people drop out of the industry because of things like that. I was lucky in my first year, I had some money set aside before I even started, so when I did have these issues, I could pay for it. If I didn't, I would have been in real trouble. I mean, like 2019 and last year, I had money set aside. Especially last year. Last year was a nightmare of a year, but luckily I had a little bit in my savings, so when these issues hit, I could pay for them. So yeah, when it's looking at maintenance, you want to have that sort of £2,000 set aside. There's not much that's going to cost more than £2,000 with, like, you know, if you think, unless the engine just blows up, then you need a new van. But if you think of the clutch, £1,300, maybe more, maybe less, depending on what van you've got. That's a big one. Catalytic converter, about £1,000, maybe a little bit less, I think. How much was mine? Mine might have been 700 and something, but still, it's getting towards that mark. Steering column, about £1,000. Everything's around that grand mark, all the big stuff. So be aware of that. And obviously, regular services. I get mine serviced every time it needs servicing. I think with a van, I think it's 30,000 miles. It's a little bit more than a car that you need it serviced, but get it at least once a year. Get your van serviced. So yeah, that's my advice. Get some money set aside. If you're starting today, what I'd say is the first lot of get enough money behind you to pay off the money you've spent to get started and stuff. But as soon as you can, stick some money away for that rainy day, because you will need it. As good as your van might be, at some point something is going to go on you, and you're going to need to pay for it. So that's my advice when it comes to this. So I hope that's helped some people. Please like, comment, subscribe. Go check out the Discord. Like I said, I hope everyone's had a fantastic year. And also, today, because I'm not in the van, I will be recording some stuff for my brand new channel, The Big Beardy Show. It will be dropping in either today or the next couple of days. I will be dropping some videos. I've got some editing to do. But go check that out. It's just a bit of fun. This is just going to stay business, talking about courier driving, how to improve your business, just general business stuff as well. The new channel is just a bit of fun, reaction videos, unboxings, me eating some silly stuff. The Big Beardy Challenge is going to be on there as well, and I'm also going to be looking for Britain's best burger this year. That's my challenge this year. Let's see if I can find it. So go check that out. And as always, be safe out there and have a great day.